Welcome back, everybody, to the Gears Pro League Split 1 day number 9. Our final series is finally here, and my goodness, what a series it is. One of the teams is going to walk away in second place, the other in first place. I'm super curious to see who it's going to be. Of course, I'm talking about PK versus VQ. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Colin the Crow Clark. This series, brother, this is absolutely what a way to end at least our last 2 days of Pro League for Split 1.
I'm about to say, man, both these teams have been tap dancing around the rest of the Pro League, just beating people up. They each took one loss. They've each taken one on the chin, so they're not perfect. They aren't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but they've been the closest we got to it, and they've been damn near perfect just about all season long, buddy. Right here, right now, it's finally going to get settled out. We're finally going to get to find out which of these teams is playing better going into the major, which one might have a little edge going into that major, but more importantly, I mean, come to think of it, I know we got a lot of LATAM teams way up in the rankings, and this kind of seems to be kind of our last bastion of NA hope up there. It's going to be number one LATAM versus number one NA to find out who number one worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. You know what? I'm just ready to get – well, I'm ready, but we're not going to do it just shit predictions, man, because I'm wondering, are you back in the NA, boys, or are you not back in the NA, boys? Because I
guess you'll find out. I guess you'll find out.
I'm going to find out, but bottom line is you're right. This is the last bash, if you will, for NA. Okay, we came in split down the middle, 6-6 for LATAM and NA, and I'm just curious to see who's going to end up on top. Of course, there will be matches tomorrow, but this is the match right now, you know, the match of all matches, if you will, between these two for first and second place. It's going to be a wild ride without question, and I can't wait to see who you guys are supporting out there in the chat as well. Check it out, though. We got to start locking it in. Let's talk about Monkyz for a second, all right? Monkyz one of those key players, man. Is he not? KDA 1.69 average kills, 17. Are you insane? Total kills, 342. Monkyz just one of those players that can do no wrong.
Monkyz cannot do any wrong this quarter. I mean, the only week that he fell out of what I would call my own personal MVP rankings, the little vids I was doing on the side job, was my man Monkyz fell out the 1 week they lost. Every other week, he has been impressive to no end. He has always outshone and outshined every single other player. He is the most important players to his team's success, because when Monkyz is playing well, they're pretty much unstoppable. I don't know anybody that can go out there and say, all right, look, we're going to let Monkyz pop off, but we still going to be PK. That ain't happening, son. I got bad news for you. You're going to have to go home with an F for your report card. It's going to be not listening in class, because the number one lesson you got to learn is you got to lock Monkyz down. Identivez can pop off, and you can still beat them. That's the best thing about the way that team is set up. Raver can pop off. You can still beat them. Dezo can pop off. They're still defeatable. But if Monkyz is popping off, if you don't hold him down, his stats say it all. That man will give you nightmares, absolute nightmares.
Whether it be in kills, whether it be in assists, he's just kind of, you know, very well-rounded, right? I mean, Monkyz is just that guy. And it was also highlighted, too, in our previous match, and PK wasn't even playing. We were talking about his Marxist skills, specifically if it would be on Forge, right? He's just been around the block. He knows what he's doing. And I think PK right now is honestly the best chance LATAM has ever had when it comes to winning, you know, an overall major, right? And I think they can absolutely do that, because if I'm being realistic, if I'm being realistic, PK is at the top of the food chain without question. VQ is I'm getting too far ahead of myself, but PK just looks absolutely stunning. And I've got some stats to throw your way, of course, whenever we get into predictions. But let's talk first about our pick and ban, see what maps that we're going to be rolling with. Because I got to know, right? I don't even know the 3 maps that we're going to be seeing. This is all fresh for me, right? So I just want to know, Training Grounds, is it in there? It is. So it's banned out, actually, by PK. So we were just talking about how PK loves Training Grounds, and they're so good on that map, yet they banned it themselves.
No reason to have it in the map pool. It's one of those things where you want to force Vanquish onto a map that they're maybe a little more uncomfortable on, like Reactor. You look at it and you say, you're going to pick your poison. You're going to play us on Asylum, which we're also really good on, or you're going to take us over to Reactor, which we really don't see a lot of teams on anyway. So I love what Pittsburgh Knights did right there. Yes, they could have tried to keep Training Grounds in, but then you see they go, all right, we'll ban Reactor. Let's get that off the map. Then you leave Vanquish the choice between Asylum and Training Grounds, and guess what they're getting rid of, brother? it's one of those things where even though you took away one of your best maps, you're trying to put your opponent in a very tough situation to win, a very tough situation to have anything come away from. So Bunker's going to be a very interesting one to me because both these teams have played Bunker very well this entire quarter. Pittsburgh Knights have led the league, in my opinion, on the innovation of the meta on District. So that's going to be one of those maps where we go to District, and Pittsburgh Knights have really given people the business, especially in that mid cut, that mid lane. So this is, I almost feel like I might as well just chalk it up, press send, and send us to a reactor.
Without question. So this is the thing, right? And I agree with that. First and foremost, map 3 reactor, I 100% think we're going to see it. Bunker, though, it's been very back and forth between these two teams. If PK takes Bunker, they take this series 2-0. Bottom line, period. Wrap it up, send it. It's done with. If VQ wins Bunker, they're going to lose District. I can hands down tell you that right now. And then PK is going to take District, and then we're going into Reactor. I would want nothing more, and I mean this, nothing more. And I say it consistently, so you know I'm not lying, Colin. I want nothing more than to go to Reactor for game number 3 and watch these two Titans play it out on that map. It would be a treat.
You say you want nothing more, but I think if I put like a straight ribeye cooked for you right in front of you with baked potato, I think you might change your mind, dog. I think you just might think about it twice, but that's fine and dandy. I agree with you, though. I want to see Reactor. I want to see this thing be 1-1. I want to see these two teams really give each other all they got. I don't want to see this be an exhibition where one person is Drago and one person is Apollo Creed. I want to see this be kind of that Rocky Apollo fight number 1. I want to see this thing go 15 rounds like both of them were made out of mutant alligator drugs. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them slug it out back and forth and just knock everything out of one another so we can see that preview of what might be our grand finals next week, what we might be able to come away with looking into that major. This is going to be an absolute slugfest on both or all 3 of these maps, no matter what we see, because I don't see either team pulling any punches.
Oh, without question. I mean, come on. This is literally for first place when it comes to Pro League. This is like your ultimate confidence booster going in to the winter major, right? This is it. This is your opportunity to shine and make it happen. But let me bring it back down to reality here. VQ, at least as of recently, and I mean very recent, has not been playing like the VQ I'm accustomed to seeing. Now, I'm going to bring up E-Days. They played off in E-Days. Now, say what you will about E-Days, but they played off together in E-Days, and it was a beatdown. It was a 10-2 round count. PK took the victory. The only map they were able to get two wins on, or 2 rounds, I should say, was District, and it was 5-2. The next map after that was Forge, and it was 5-0. I just don't think VQ right now is playing as they were in the beginning, because let's not sugarcoat it. In the beginning, VQ was the biggest surprise in our league, right? VQ came out of the Pro League qualifiers. They dominated. They went undefeated. They won the first E-Days. They were just tearing through the competition. They did it in Pro League. They've been very consistent through and through. If they're playing any other team, I'm like, hey, they're taking it, but they're playing against PK. And that leads me to my prediction. I'm a VQ fan through and through. I'm supporting NA without question. But tonight, I have to go with Pittsburgh Knights. They're going to take this victory. They've just been lights out against anyone they play against. Colin, you look bored. You look upset. I don't know what you look like, but check it out, man. PK, I'm an NA fan, okay? I'm a VQ fan, but I have to back the winning horse. And the winning horse tonight is going to be Pittsburgh Knights.
I don't blame you for having the courage of your convictions to stand with a team that you think is better. I don't blame you for standing up and saying, I might be a fan of NA. I might want to see VQ do well, but Pittsburgh Knights are the better team.
They are.
I don't blame you for any of those things. But I sure as hell disagree with you, boy, because it's Vanquish coming through tonight. NA stands tall. We continue to prove that when it comes to Gears Esports, when you come into the good old USOA, baby, you win championships. Just ask Identivez. He had to move to California to get his. He had to go play with Ghost Gaming. So I'm calling it out right now. Vanquish will stand tall at the end of the night, baby. I'm calling it.
All right. Well, I just want to say this before we show chat's prediction. LatTown, hey, I think it's their time to be on top, and they have proven that time and time again with the talent that has rose through the scenes. The combination of NA and LatTown for Pro League or throughout any of our tournaments that we've been running, it has consistently shown that the LatTown region is really pulling up and showing that they are strong. Chat, Where are you at? What's your prediction? You're going with PK. It doesn't surprise me because most of you guys are
81%, bro. Stop 81%. The count.
81%. And look, this is no, this is the thing. And Stream Squad 23, I don't know what I'm stopping, but I'm telling you, PK is they're just too good. They really have been. And that E-Days performance, 10-2 route count, I know it's E-Days. I know, Colin, and I know everybody's going to say that. But check it out, guys. It was 10-2. 10-2. It wasn't even close. Now, granted, we won't even see Forge, but we will still see District. But all I'm saying, hands down, without question, if Bunker is won by PK, it's lights out. It's a 2-0.
Again, I'm not disagreeing with all your with all the stats you throwing at me, with everything. But I don't pick with this, man. I ain't got a big enough brain to pick with you when it comes to mental power. I pick with that. I pick it up for that. That's right. I got a big enough head for these headsets. I'll tell you that much. I got a big enough dome for it, but I ain't got nothing up there, dog. It's like a couple of nuts rolling around inside of there. If you jangling me around, you can hear some snowbells. Anyway, I'm telling you, we're getting into the game. The fight through a bunker. I can't wait to see who comes out on top.
All right, here we go. Chat's very mixed about my prediction, but I'm just saying it how it is, okay? I'm North America, okay? I was in the Army. Bottom line, period. But I think LATAM's on top. Let's get the match started. These two teams have gone neck and neck, head-to-head when it comes to bunker. And I have seen several round 9s between these two, and I expect no less tonight. But starting us off is going to be Hndles. SuMuNs will drop first blood to VQ.
So Vanquish gets that first blood. They break ice out here. They're still trying to fight over a large portion of the map here in the middle. And Pittsburgh Knights have actually given up their home hill to try to take these fights, to try to apply that pressure. This is a definitive first round. It looked like Pittsburgh Knights looked like they wanted to push forward and really force the issue against Vanquish. They wanted to roll right over them in the middle.
Over in the middle, doesn't happen. Actually, look at this lead for PQ. I just want to say that, by the way. That's a scary thing, especially whenever you just put your heart out there for LATAM. But it's still very early, and PK quite literally have an uphill battle. I'm very curious to see how they take this. They're not even attempting to really hit B hard. They want this bunker positioning. This is like everything they want. And I think they know, because if they go to B, hey, what is VQ going to do? They're just going to go straight over to Charlie. They're just going to go straight for that overextension. Identivez needs to open this up. Acells needs to drop, but it doesn't happen. Now he's being pressured by two, walked up to disrespected Monkyz last alive.
Monkyz is going to have to fight around this B hill. He's trying to stay alive. He's in a 1v. He's going to get that kill there on Vital, which is going to allow for his team to come off a respawn if they want to. Standing at the B hill all by his lonesome for now. Nobody from Vanquish is even pushing over there. They have a 3-man setup on a home hill. I don't know if they know that nobody spawned in yet. I know we know that. Vanquish just spawned completely in. They've got all 5 members back off on the map. Here comes somebody. Dezonide's going to try his hand just outside. Who else is coming with me? He needs to turn around. He needs to hit him with oh my God, I can't remember the name of the movie. He needs to hit him with the half-baked. Who's coming with me? We're all fired. Who's coming with me, baby?
Oh, he's getting flaked too. He knows. Yeah, it's over with. And Acells is going to shoot some extra shots. What are we drawing? I don't even know. I tell you what, I give it to him. He's got a lot of gear skills, but artistically, I'm just not seeing it. I think they were trying to shoot the gun, but they were a little off. But hey, I will give it this though. Their shots were connected onto the PK members. No one was able to survive that fury off the start. It started with Hndles getting that first blood, and VQ, they didn't turn around. They went full send ahead. Matter of fact, Monkyz and Dezo, the only one with kills. That was a dominating first round. And VQ never wins round number 1. I just want to point that out, by the way.
That means I'm screwed to the pooch, man. You know that, right? You can't say stuff like that. They win round number 1. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? They just win round number 1.
I don't know. It's just a thing. Even the coach says we always lose round number 1. So maybe they're improving. You were the one who yelled at the coach whenever you were yelling at Great, saying, hey, man, that's not a good strategy. They fixed it. And now you don't know what to say?
Look, Alex never listens to me. That's his problem, all right? Alex don't listen to me in the first place, so I don't know why he listens to me on that one, baby. I don't know why that's the reason if I see decided to take.
All right, off the start, Precision. He's going to be down low. Raver will drop Hndles, but Hndles, of course, does get picked back up by Identivez, so a lot of pressure. Lancer Fire is real. Precision takes him down. Up ahead, though, on that ramp, it's going to be SuMuNs taking him out. Acells, though, will get the drop. Hndles is there. Raver throws out the utility. hits Acells hard. But look at this teamwork from VQ. They're everywhere.
They almost got the elimination domination there, but it looks like Identivez back off of respawn in time. He's coming into that fight, playing as that beautiful new Big E character from the new day. Just gonna have to throw that out. Identivez, though, gets rap shotted there by Acells. Now you see Monkyz coming off a spawn, but there's the triple cap domination 2-0 in favor of Vanquish. They are on a roll here early, but we can't get too ahead of ourselves. As we've seen, it looks like everybody from the LATAM scene, whether it be Carnage, whether it be the boys from Fire and Ice and Rebel, they always seem to come back in the end. So starting hot is one thing, but finishing and closing is a completely different ball game.
100%. 100%. We noticed that from UYU versus Rebel on Training Grounds. All right, they started off hot, 4-1, right? 4-1. And then they lost. So it's not about how you start. It's not about how you do in the mid game. It's about how you finish. The W is the only thing that matters. You can have flash in the pan plays, flash in the pan rounds, but if you don't reach round number 5 first, hey, you end up losing. What was it all worth? Raver's going to be basically unchallenged onto B. Reptilian is going to be just around the corner. Meanwhile, the Raver living rent-free, and he gets it, picks it up.
Enemy contact!
Now Raver sliding back and forth. He gets the B hill under his control. There's going to be a lot of Lancer fire out from the middle of the area. Precision's actually almost goes down there. He has to back up. Vital Sam tries to move in. He's going to get double shot down and taken out. That's the first signs of life from the Pittsburgh Knights is here in round number 3. Multiple members of Vanquish will pull back to try to play some defense over at their home. Precision still caught out in that middle cut area. He's going to drop a flash at his hands. And all that's going to do is stop Raver from having the meat shield for now. And you can see 3 of them back up to their home, back up to the spawn, and just try to set up and await for the rest of their team to come back off of respawn. Precision's going to be the last one alive, or last one to come off of spawn, excuse me, so that they can try to get this retake going at B.
Retake needs to happen. This is the best chance PK has had so far to take a round off of VQ. Well, holding it for Monkyz, our star player that we were talking about before, happened to hold his own, and he'll easily be able to do so as VQ doesn't pressure into him. The smoke kind of dissuading them. Reptilian just going to go ahead and go up top and just try and find any angle that he possibly can. For VQ, though, they're setting up. They're taking their time. They really are. They want to make sure this next push definitely capitalizes, because they know if they miss this next push and it doesn't work, PK is going to take this round.
2-1 ain't that bad, though, so they're setting up as good as they can to try to get this next push to be pretty picture perfect. It's going to be a 3 versus 2 top side of the bunker if they so choose to push across. It looks like now you're going to send Vital Sam into the mid cut. He's going to try to get onto this backside of multiple members of PK, trying to go for this Lancer angle. They get the down on Monkyz. Nobody's going to be in the area to try to get the kill, though. They're going to have a second down on him. One more will get the kill finally. Acells is there, shot on, not able to get the down, though. That's finally going to get that kill in favor. 5 versus 4 now on the map, rotating around inside of that bunker building. B hill broken, C hill last thing for them to have to retake it. Vital Sam first to the fight, waiting on that back corner, getting back aid now, and he's gonna get down, but his teammates right there, Acells, waiting in the wings for the revive, a down on Identivez, but Monkyz is there for the pickup. Now SuMuNs pushes out, gets taken out as well. This is a big team fight, Taylor, and it's gonna come down to the last few seconds. As you can see, the 20-second win indicator in for Pittsburgh Knights.
They might do this. I think they are. VQ is already there on C. Identivez will fall. Now you have Reptilian who's going to be in the mix. Monkyz goes down, and I can't believe it. PK throws the round away. VQ with the good retake. I was questioning how long they were taking, but hey, I knew they were setting up for that push because they knew how critical it was going to be. They needed to make it count, and make it count they did. 3-0 puts PK in an awkward position for VQ. They'll be able to get their instance. PK is just going to go ahead and do their instance as well, it seems, but wouldn't have surprised me if they place a drop shot down, which they will not. But this is looking very scary. You know, I expected this to be a close one. If VQ takes this map, sure, you know, it is what it is, but this is the thing. If VQ wins any more rounds, if they take this 5-0 or 5-1, that's scary for PK going into any map in map number 2.
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. It's only 3-0. Vanquish still has a long road to travel, and Precision's already getting down there. It's not exactly what you need to have happen. As you can see, the downs coming out for the side of the Pittsburgh Knights. They're already getting the kills yet again. Traded out. That's 4v4 on the map for now. Reptilian and Identivez, the only 2 to die off of spawn. B-Hill going in favor of Pittsburgh Knights as well. A lot of Lancer fire out from Vanquish. Won't be able to find the down on Raver either. So you're going to see him mounted up here, top side of the bunker. SuMuNs across the top, playing that back spawn position, just using his Lancer, trying to keep both members of Vanquish in check. Now everybody back alive. Dezonide will get Lancered on, taken down. Now Now Vanquish is set up toward the middle of the map. Precision here in that cubby. He's going to get incendiary grenade. Picture perfect. Thrown over. A little kiss off the glass by Monkyz. And now he gets a second down. Everybody from Vanquish is not getting flown over. They're getting run over right now by Pittsburgh.
But again, will PK be able to close it out? You pointed that out right earlier on. You can have these great plays. You can look solid. You can control most of the round like PK did in the round previously. But it's about how you finish, and VQ finished stronger, and that's why they lead 3-0. We need PK to hold on here and not allow VQ to run through them. There's still plenty of rounds to be played out here. And PK, they've got a comfortable lead, and it's going to keep extending. But it's all about this next push from VQ.
He'll go down there. Another good set of Lancer fire. Identivez is going to try to rotate out. He's got a teammate with him, and Reptilian is hot on his trails. A lot of shots in. Gets that back A to go. There's the down. Raver waiting inside the building. Reptilian can't really push. This isn't necessarily the area you could go. You're going to see another member in the area. Raver's going for the up A now. On to Reptilian. He's going to get taken down and out. That's a couple of kills inside the building. 3 left alive. Monkyz waiting in the wings. He's going to try to sneak one. Gets shot on as he bounces out. Goes to the back A. Gets taken down himself. Now it's going to be up to, I believe, player number 4. That's Identivez, who's coming off of respawn, trying to make sure they can't get another triple cap domination, making sure that they have at least a fight over at the B hill to try to secure the round. It is still a 60-point lead, and Identivez full red gets taken slowly behind that wall, and 4-0. Vanquish is 1 round away from a 1-0 map count.
Wow, I gotta say, man, there's just nothing you can do.
Hndles hasn't died, Taylor. That's what you gotta say.
Has he not died? Jeez, let me
no deaths.
My lord, how many kills does he have? 5? We're gonna pull that up, man. I gotta take a look.
I don't know, but I saw 0, and it hurt.
5 and 8 with 0 deaths. My lord. I want to point out, by the way, Hndles is. I think he's only been dropped once as well. I know he fell to all 4s off the start, and I think that was Raver who was able to at least drop him, but he got picked up. I thought the drop shot was going down too, where the neutral used to be, but it doesn't. PK's like, look, it just doesn't matter. Hey, let's send it to district, I guess. I am floored. I am blown away by the performance of VQ.
I don't think this is Pittsburgh Knights saying this, let's send it to district. Right now, there's an issue. There's a problem. Whatever it is, whatever the retake problem is, Pittsburgh Knights, I think, are trying to figure that out. They're trying to just play what they would normally play against the UIU, against anybody else, because what they want to see is they want to see Vanquish's hand here. They want to see what Vanquish does, how they play, how they rotate. They've lost 2 members in this first round in the second half, which is a big deal. 3 dead now. They're going to press up. They're going to try to get these last 2 kills, but they're playing it natural because they want to see Vanquish give out their hand. They're trying to get them to show their cards before the major. Vanquish fighting off against Monkyz and one other member. They're going to get one of those. A back A comes out. Raver bouncing in now. He's going to get taken down and out. One more alive. That's SuMuNs. He gets incendiary grenaded. And 5-0 we go. Vanquish win map number 1. What an absolute shocker. Taylor, I'm sure if we saw your face right now, you'd have 2 big old bowling balls for eyes, baby.
Brother, I'm going to tell you something right now. I didn't see that coming. All right, I didn't see. Look, Hndles did not die.
Famous last words before the car hits you. You know that, right? That's the last thing you say before the car hits you.
5 and 10 for Hndles, no deaths. Now, granted, 5 and 10 is not a stat line that you write home about, but no deaths, 5 rounds in a row. I mean, that just tells you everything.
Let me not die against the Pittsburgh Knights. I'm telling everybody.
Walk through.
Like, I'm being honest with you, Taylor.
Man.
Anybody, I don't care what your stat line is. If you don't die against the Pittsburgh Knights, you writing your mama, your grandmama, your best friend's cousin. You might even hit up that girl you ain't talked to since middle school. Like, you thought I was ugly then? I ain't died against Pittsburgh. How about that?
Still ugly, though, but hey, the stats may give you an advantage, man, in that category. Hey. First off, wow. All right, that's all I want to say is wow. Now, secondly, we'll take another look at the scoreboard. 4-8. Here we go doing math publicly. 4-8, 10, 13. 13 deaths. I'm not even going to try and count PK. I'm going to try and count. 7, 14, 21 plus 16, 27, 37. I'm good. 37 to 13. 37 deaths for PK. 13 deaths for the boys on VQ. Wow. That's just... And look at the assists, too, from VQ. You would see the effects from that. Identivez, 0 kills, 1 assist, and 7 deaths. Look, I'm not going to harp on... Look, we know what just happened. It was a 5-0. I mean, come on. It is what it is, Colin, but... That was a beatdown. These 2 teams are tied for first, Colin.
Vanquish looks very scary, but again, I don't know how to say this other than there's a part of me that feels like Pittsburgh Knights are trying to see Vanquish's hand. This is them trying, like, look, we know how good we are. We know how good we've played all season. We know what Vanquish is playing for because, yeah, they probably can't get relegated, at this point in the game, but they came out of challengers and they're beating people up. Let us see what their hand is. Let them give us their best shot right here, right now. Let's see what they got, how they rotate their spawns, how they place their weapons, how they take the secondary fights. And now we've got full-blown footage and coverage of all that.
Or
I'm not saying that's exactly what it is.
But let me say, they just beat them down and won 5-0. Crazy.
And you thought the chat hated me.
Well, I'm just saying, you saw the same thing I just witnessed, 5-0. All I know is this. District's going to be a different story, okay? PK on District.
My man is so confident.
I gotta reach for something here, okay? Because that 5-0 is not what I expected.
You better get some long arms, dog.
I'm trying to reach for something. District. PK's playing ground, okay? They're going in. They're ready to do it. They just got sent to recess. They're ready to make it happen, okay? They're the bullies on the block. VQ, they just had an impressive bunker, but they're a great bunker team. PK is a great district team. So is VQ, though. But I think PK is going to be able to take this district. Because I'm sticking to my guns. No, I'm not doing this. I'm 10 toes down, baby. Yeah, bunker, I told you VQ might have the good chance to win that, okay, when it comes to bunker. But district, PK is 100% going to win that, and we're going to game 3. The prediction still stands. I don't know who's going to win game 3, but the prediction still stands.
I'm proud of you, dog. Like, I'm glad you got the courage and convictions. I'm right there with you. I love you to death for it. I'm just really excited because that was nuts. Like, I don't know what's going on over there in Vanquish, but like they got some cooking. Like, I don't know what it is either, but they are nuts right now. I know they didn't play like themselves in E days, but like sometimes you don't play like yourself. Sometimes UIU loses. Sometimes you wake up and you decide to have ham instead of bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird like that. But right now, Vanquish said we're playing for number 1. Okay, let's give it to them. And they turn the heat up to 48. They ain't even saving the bacon grease, dog. They're not gonna make nothing else with it. They just cook it up. They serving dishes out here. I am so flabbergasted. There's no way my brain can even. Yeah. My brain can't fathom it. That's why I keep thinking in my head. I'm like, nah, Pittsburgh they just trying to figure this out. Pittsburgh just letting them take swings at them. I got nothing.
Look, that plan may be all good and well. I don't think Identivez planned to drop a big goose egg, okay? And then he went 0-7, 007, okay? Hey, I don't know. I don't know what's going down. Either way, PK's angry. They're mad. Yeah, I've heard their communications just a second ago after that match. They're upset. They want to win. Okay?
How did you hear the communication?
I just heard it. So
are you in the channel? Yo, that's deep six type stuff. You know that, right?
All I know, Colin, I heard them. They're angry. They want to win this next one. They just got disrespected. The whole LATAM community just got disrespected. And now we're going into map number 2, and it's going to be District. PK's playing ground.
Well, you know it will be a really good opportunity right here, right?
What, to throw and lose to see what their hand is?
If they're struggling right now and they can't get some Nasher kills, Taylor, I heard there's some competition out there that they could probably enter into to help them with their Nasher skill.
Okay. Hey, check this out. Look, we got Astro Battles official 2v2 League Winter Major coming up December 6th. Sunday, December 6th. It's actually going to be a pretty good tournament. If you guys have been following Astro Battles, first and foremost, fantastic competition. You want to get heated up, that's going to be a fantastic tournament to watch. December 6th, they're playing for $4,000 for first, $2K for runners-up, and $1,500 for third, fourth, fifth, and eighth. A lot of money to be thrown around, and more importantly, a lot of pride. Calling your beautiful man for that setup. Astro Battles 2v2 Winter Major, December 6th. Don't miss it because it's coming quick. And then, of course, our Winter Major is coming up in general. A lot of Gears action coming down. and it also on our screen as well. PK VQ, map number 2. We know VQ, 5-0 win on Bunker just a little bit earlier. They now lead in the series 1-0. PK, this is their map pick here on District. This is the map that they wanted to tie the series up with and send it to Reactor, map number 3. But let's see if VQ is going to keep up with where they just left off. And already first blood goes to them. Make that first 3 bloods, it seems. Maybe even 4 bloods. And PK is going into the blender. SuMuNs is gone. All 5 members are gone. And PK is wiped off the map. VQ takes round number 1 in just a minute and 8 in the way of 5-man elimination.
All right, I got 2 things to tell you. 1, you know I'm always down for a shameless plug, Taylor. You should know that by now. Number 2, yo, they pushed up through middle juice. What they did was through the flash. They were trying to get that player off of the window. What ends up happening is the secondary player for Vanquish inside the juice actually turns around, gets the shot on and down, gets that first headshot. It sends the second player for the Pittsburgh Knights kind of scurrying away. He misrolls back into the fountain. It leaves him perfectly exposed for a Lancer angle. He gets Lancer down and out. That's how that first round breaks down.
All right, here we go. Round number 2. See what PK is going to be up with is, well, they're going to have that same, typical setup for VQ. They're going to go ahead and take that extra point lead, right? Theoretically allowing PK to take the first hit, which they will. They're going to be on B. Identivez can't get it. He's actually going to be flanked behind. From Reptilian to Precision, he goes down. Good teamwork, and now that's going to isolate another PK member just up ahead, and that is going to be SuMuNs. He does get the trade onto Reptilian, but Precision now living rent-free, able to lock in Bravo. Meanwhile, the rest of the PK boys are going to be locked in mid.
What an extra flank out from Vital Sam. They have the mark on him for just a minute. He drops out. He gets that first shot on. Raver is full red, playing that beautiful Scourge character. He might go down right here, though. Great turnaround by Dezonide, but the up A comes through for Vital Sam. He's got one more to worry about. Back A might be able to come through and get it, but he ends up getting the hip fire and the down with a shot on and out. Now 2v1 inside of the juice. Precision try to just live and survive for now. Triple cap domination is going to be threatened. Unsure if anybody's in the area to be able to touch it. They try to bounce in, but Monkyz take it down. 2-0 Vanquish. They're still hot on the heels of a 10-0 victory over Pittsburgh Knights. They got 3 rounds to go for that one.
Jeez. All right, so 3 players, no kills, no assist for PK. I really don't know what's going on tonight. PK just said, hey, I don't know.
Babe,
all right,
how do you say what happened was?
What this is what happened was, I said the winning horse is okay. Well,
a horse's mouth, feet, things. I don't know. Drop shot down at the cinema. I love this though. Look, you got to put your foot in your mouth when you say stupid things like you're betting on the winning horse and then they lose 5-0 in the first time. You see where I'm going with that now, Taylor? I'm sorry I had to bring you along.
It took a while to get there, man.
I had to go around my pinky to get my thumb. You know what I'm saying? But look, drop shot at cinema. A lot of bouncing is not going to amount to a lot of kills right now. Precision gets a full spread though on Monkyz. He's full red. But it looks like the Pittsburgh Knights will finally find themselves a round off of elimination domination. 2-1. Best Vanquish could do is 10-1 now. Best they could do. That's pride right there, baby. That's pride on the line.
What happened was...
there it is. They didn't have a drop
that 5
play
went
over.
well over in cinema, okay, for PK. 5-man wipe. They're angry. 27 seconds. They're tired of the disrespect. They turn on the stream and they said, guys, you're hyping up VQ way too much, man. Bring it back down to reality. We're still Pittsburgh Knights. We're the best team in Latin America. We're the best team in the world in general.
Yeah.
Now we're going to show you what we're made of, okay? And by the way, Vital Sound did hear my prediction in the beginning, and he says, oh, whenever I said PK's going to take it. So I think he's also trying to prove me wrong, too. I got a lot of push and pull here.
On target.
And I'm just being reckless at this point saying PK. But hey, let's see how this fight goes down. 27 seconds, last round. Identivez going to open it up on a big kill on Precision. Goes in for the second, not able to get it. Hndles now with meat showed in hands, going to force SuMuNs back. Bit of a misroll, though. Now you got SuMuNs. He's going to be out and gone. Another one looking to be taken down. But VQ manages to stay in there. Hndles, though, is going to pick up a lot of eliminations here. The finish on Dezon's going to be there. Raver also gets dropped. That's 4 down. Identivez now last alive. And Vital Sam's going to pick up that drop shot. And at this point, Identivez in damage control. He's just trying to stay up as long as he can. Get blindsided. The Reptilian didn't have his gun out, though. He wasn't ready. Identivez will take him down.
But nobody's at the home hill to stop the triple cap domination, Taylor. 46 seconds into the round. Not as impressive as what Pittsburgh Knights were just able to pull off. But 3-1 we go. we are now headed into our second half, ladies and gentlemen, where even though nobody really lost any respawns, they're going to refill, and the hills are going to reset up to that pergola and ATM. Drop shot's still going to be the entirety of our match. I mean, Shock's in the middle of the map, trying to prevent anybody from taking them into that bandstand fight there, or cinema fight, excuse me. There's the flash grenades out for the side of Vanquish. Pittsburgh Knights answering back with some more utilities in their favor. Back and forth we go, man. A lot of flashbangs out early, a lot of shots on. It's all about who can come away with that drop, because it's the longest respawn rounds in the second half, so this could very well come out to be another elimination domination for either team, depending upon who comes away with a possible team wipe.
Okay, for PK, this is an important round. Cannot be down 4-1 versus the boys of VQ. For Hndles, though, not holding back any punches. Identivez is going to be on the other side. I think he's about to get out-angled here. Hndles, though, is still staying up. I cannot believe it. Vitalsam comes in for the help. He will drop. Vitalsam should get the pickup, though. Hndles gets finished off. PK will wipe out 4. Make that almost 5 as Acells going to be at a 1v2, though. Still holding his own. Now, mind you, drop shot's still on the ground. He had a utility. The shot gets thrown. He forces Raver back. Acells single-handedly keeping him at bay. I cannot believe it. The drop shot goes to VQ, despite PK wiping out 4 members from VQ.
Real talk, though, that's Acells, man. Acells and Hndles have played a lot in those Astro battles, and it shows how good he is, how coordinated he is, using that shotgun, bouncing around, getting the shot over the cover. He has really practiced those fights. He has really put in the time and the work this offseason to get better at them, and it's showing that it's coming through in spades. SuMuNs goes for the touch on the E-Hill. He's going to get lancered out. He's very stuck, though, in the middle of the map. I believe Vanquish does have the point tick. They can play this very passively. They can do kind of what Noble did in that round 9 and force the hand of the Pittsburgh Knights. They can basically sit back, relax, get a beach tan, and just say, look, you're going to have to make something happen over here.
Drop shot. Oh, yeah. Good hold off. Forced to use it now. Dezo actually might connect. It doesn't. Oh, this could be a 2-piece opportunity. Second one goes out, so Raver will drop. Identivez also gets dropped to all 4s because of the splash damage. Monkyz gets finished up. That's 4 down. Dezo, last alive. He's been spotted. He gets dropped. He is gone. SuMuNs now, last up, forced to just try and get a touch. I don't know if he's going to be able to get through this wall. Vitalsam is there for the chunk. 4-1, ladies and gentlemen. This is now overall round count from Bunker now over towards District. Is looking at a 9-1 score line at this point.
9-1. What an absolute just a showcase by all of Vanquish. They're continuing to just impress me tonight with the way that they're taking these fights. They're not overloading anything too severely. They're making the fights work for them. I think it's just, I can't say it enough. It's just beautiful to see what they're able to pull off.
Right. I don't know. PK, I mean, what do you even do at this point? Seriously, VQ just went Super Saiyan. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, they are literally looking like a championship caliber team at this point. PK is a team that everybody puts in the grand finals. If you were to make a bracket, right, prediction, you would put PK, whoever they play against, but you would put PK as a shoe-in. VQ is making this team look silly. Off the start, though, Reptilian and Acells last up. Looks like Acells is going to be angled out. Lancer is in. He does get away. He's going to stay alive for the time being. Shock is going to be thrown, separate himself. And he manages to stay up long enough for the rest of his team to get back into it. By no means, though, is VQ thriving as Acells does drop off. But the point is, VQ is still in it, and they have plenty of respawns that they can give.
Precision will be back here, stacked up next to his teammate. Reptilian will be on top. Drop shot in. Will take care of Reptilian. Great job by Dezonide. He's gonna get that first kill. Unsure if he has any more in his grasp. He's gonna continue to reload that snub, just waiting for them to push back out. They know this push isn't gonna come while Reptilian's off of respawn, so they can sit back and relax once again. They can get up to about 50 or so points. They're gonna probably get a little more than that until they can mount back up. Acells slides into cover here. Push back across the top here. That's Acells and Hndles, the 2v2. I think they've been champs a couple of times. I think it's 2 or 3 times overall that they've been champs here in this season for Astro battles, but continuing to be very impressive when they take on most any fight. Hndles will get lancered on. He's trying to figure out, that's information gathering to me. He's just trying to figure out where the next angle is from SuMuNs or where the next person to fight is.
So VQ on bunker just before, right? They would take their time and they would fill it out. They would wait. Where is PK at? What is our best move? And it looks like they're gathering that information, as you said, just kind of taking their time. And their next push needs to be stopped from PK. That's kind of been where they've struggled with. They've struggled shutting down VQ's push and their overtakes. They're doing a good job now, though, so this should be their round, especially if Dezo can continue to pop off as he's doing. That stun fire is damaging Acells as well as Hndles. Dezo does fall. Will get finished off, but still the damage is done, as only Hndles and Vital Stem were last up. Now Reptilian, Precision, and Co. have a real decision to make. Do they get back into the match? And they will not. They're going to go ahead and give it up. And PK will take it and bring it 4-2. Still a lot of work to be done, but they made it happen. And the difference there, Colin, is the fact that, yes, they win the initial. That's you know, the biggest kind of, you know, low-hanging fruit to take away. Like, okay, they win the initial, so they win the round. No. They played it passively, and they allowed VQ to try and push forward, and they slowly but surely took one after the other down. That is what happened, and PK played that to a T very well.
They did that exceptionally well, as you said, and Pittsburgh Knights, they just have to replicate that success going forward. They have to figure out what has been working for them, and that drop shot, that mid-cup fight has been very stout for them all season long. They have to continue to use that fight. We're going to see here as everybody rolls out of spawn what exactly they choose to do. Once again, I believe you're going to see probably that 4v4 with one player playing through the mid-cut area, and we do in fact see that. So all breaks down to this drop shot fight. A lot of stuns out. Identivez takes the top of those stairs, shots on. A lot of L triggers out. Not going to be able to find many deaths for the side of the Pittsburgh Knights just yet. Pittsburgh Knights doing fantastic once again in that drop shot fight, leaving just Acells by himself.
Acells now, he's been here before, and he's kind of probably yelling in the comms like, team, what is going on? Like, what? Why am I consistently the last one alive? Well, of course, he doesn't pressure in trying to fight for the drop, so he's kind of that you know, entrance factor, if you will, to kind of keep it alive. But for PK, though, I'm curious, will they do the same thing they did last round and just kind of be patient, right? Set up and see where VQ pushes in, and it seems as if that is exactly what they are doing. SuMuNs with 2 drill bits to his name, plus the active, hugely beneficial. He needs to pick up some big kills with this drop to stop this 3-man push from VQ right now.
SuMuNs going to be inside. 2 drops to his name. Got to have the active out. Precision is down. Nobody, I think, is going to move in to try to get the revive on him. There's 2 members near him that could get the revive, but nobody's going to push in yet. There's the kill. Monkyz is going to get reaction shotted. There's the down. Unsure where that drop is, if he's going to save it. There it is, finally, but it's a little short, ladies and gentlemen. He's not going to get the first drop. That's actually wasted and baited. Now he can shoot the second out. It's going to be long range. It's not going to find anyone, so 2 drops, no kills for SuMuNs, and that could come back to bite him in the butt.
100%. He needed to capitalize there, because now look, because he misses the drops, VQ now gathers the neutral. It's so hard to take over that neutral. Plus, you also have the secondary fight for the drop, which is going to be taking place. Dezo knows this. He's already setting up. I expect Reptilian to push in on him and try and take him down. But SuMuNs missing those drops hurt PK in a lot of different ways. And now VQ is going to be able to close out this deficit. And now, as player number 9 also gets dropped off, now you have VQ, who's going to be even stronger pushing in. Dezo has to hold his own here. If Dezo loses this fight, VQ is going to be set up very nicely for the drop. Oh, no! Mismantle, he throws away his life. Now SuMuNs is by himself. He gets chunked, and VQ is absolutely in the driver's seat now.
VQ has the chance to come away with this round and finish things out. I believe now with that extra couple of kills, 2-to-1 hill advantage, this is going to get very dicey for Pittsburgh Knights. Vital Sam with those shock grenades in the middle will drop one out. Doesn't really need it though.
Throwing shock.
I like with that meat shield, with this extra stub damage and the down, I believe that's going to be all she wrote for at least another 10-15 seconds for most of the Pittsburgh Knights. I don't believe they can make it back into the arena fast enough to really make something happen here.
And Reptilian also has to drop too, right? I mean, he can just connect on just one person pushing in. It's not going to happen. PK's only, honestly, their only win condition at this point is to get over to Z, and Raver's dancing. He knows it's over. Like, what are they going to do? I mean, Reptilian has to drop. He's going to push in. He's going to try and get it baited out. He goes down. The second one goes out. Dezo, we'll see you later. Ladies and gentlemen, VQ has done this. They are officially your #1 team in the Pro League right now as PK will drop down to second place. Overall round count between map #1 on Bunker and map #2 here on District, 10-2. To say this was a beatdown would be an understatement. I don't know where this came from VQ, but they are officially now your best team in the Pro League.
I'm waiting.
I'm not saying anything. I was wrong.
I'm waiting, dog.
All right, you want me to say it?
No, not you. Not you, dog.
You waiting for chat?
I had calls to be banned, like it was heresy, to say that Vanquish would come out on top tonight. So
I was playing a role, man. Look.
It's fine, dog. You do what you want to do. But at the end of the day,
yeah,
I've seen the grind out of these boys. I've seen the hard work. I've seen the dedication. I'm not saying you haven't. I'm just saying that I have bore witness to the birth of a championship caliber team under the tutelage of MLG Great and 5 of the players on the world that are hungrier than anybody else. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna hit you with this. Precisions is a very generational player. He's very reminiscent of how good a Billy Mental Putnam is. That's how good Precisions has become. Hndles and Vital Sam both can make play calls. Vital Sam taking over that IGL lead, making a lot of these in-game mid-round adjustments, has given this team an edge in a lot of mid-rounds. Reptilian, Acells, absolute highlight reel players. This is one of those things where tonight they were better than Pittsburgh Knights. Everybody is going to get on their high horse and say, well, it's not the major. Well, guess what? You needed to be in final form getting ready for said major, because Vanquish, they have taken every match they've been in this year like it was on main stage for that grand championship, and that's the #1 reason I picked them. They didn't take any days off, and they didn't show anybody mercy. They got a loss on their record, but they fought hard as hell for it. And when Pittsburgh Knights almost caught their loss, they spent 4 rounds against Carnage not pulling out a Lancer, which is what gives me cause to pause when it comes to whether or not I got to pick them against some of these teams that I know want it.
Let me say this, very well said. You know, all jokes aside, memes aside, everything, VQ again is genuinely my favorite team in the scene. Like, I know I voted against them tonight. I did, because look, PK has been playing so consistent and been so lights out as of recently. It just made sense to go with PK. But VQ taking the win, I'm wrong, and I play it up. It is what it is. But VQ is a team that I'm so proud of. And the reason why I say that is because I have watched this roster, or not this specific roster, but I've watched a lot of these guys compete, you know, time in and time out over in the Challenger Series way back when. Okay, way back when. You know, even before the spring quarter online major, we're going back a couple majors ago. I've watched these guys literally, you know, blossom, if you will, into, you know, beautiful, just Gears players, man. And they did such a good job tonight to be the #1 team. They worked hard for it. They grinded hard to be in the position that they are in. And for me, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that VQ, first and foremost, this loss versus PK, or the win versus PK 10-2, that surprises me wholeheartedly. VQ getting the win doesn't surprise me, because any team could win here. They're both #1, right? But to beat them 10-2 is like, wow, okay. Now, granted, they're going to have to do it during the Winter Major, and I think PK is going to be playing a lot harder during the Winter Major, and I take nothing, you know, away from VQ whatsoever, because the pressure is going to be on, the money's going to be there, and VQ still has a lot to prove in that regard, because Pro League is Pro League, the Winter Major is the Winter Major, right? So that's where the pressure is going to be real. That's where the, you know, the title is on the line, the money's on the line, and that's where you really got to pull up and show, like, was it all worth it? Were you really that consistent? But VQ, without question, man, they are my favorite team, and they played well. Great, you done a good job. Hey, no, they are my favorite team.
That's fine.
I thought PK was the better team tonight, but VQ is my favorite team. But man, good on them. I'll take it on the chin. I was wrong, hands down. Bottom line, VQ, you just played lights out of your mind, and that's why you're the #1 team, without question.
Well, look, it's one of those things that I'm impressed by Vanquish. I picked him prior to the matchup. I finally looked like a half intelligent human being, because I think I was wrong every other match tonight except for Carnage, which I don't think anybody picked against him. Anyway, it's one of those things where you're right. This is one of those things where Vanquish uses this as a tune-up going into the Winter Major. I need to see Pittsburgh Knights on the opposite end of this spectrum use this like a very good NCAA basketball team does. You know how sometimes you see like a Duke or a UNC or a Connecticut or somebody lose, like a Kansas lose going into March Madness, and you're like, I wish they hadn't lost because now they're going to be pissed and they're never losing again. Like, this could very well be that moment for Pittsburgh Knights and for every Pittsburgh Knight fan in the world. This could very well be that moment where everybody's going to go, oh, God, I wish they hadn't lost, especially in that fashion, because now they're going to be pissed.
Well, look, let's not forget Rise, right? Last season ended up taking over the victory, taking first place. UIU ended up falling down to second. There was a lot of questions about them, and then they went undefeated during the major. Okay, and they ended up taking over the win. PK could be in that same boat. There's still a lot of storylines to be told and a lot of storylines still to finish. But check it out. Tonight is finished. In fact, let's go ahead and look at our daily results, see how everything unfolded. And we had a lot of matches today. For Carnage Gaming, we watched that versus Morningstar Gaming. It was awesome to watch those Apricity boys play, but Carnage ended up getting the best of them in the end. For People's Chance versus UIU, UIU takes the victory. Rebel, they ended up getting an impressive victory over UIU. Let it be known, I am very, very impressed by that Rebel roster, and they are playing so very well. For Elevate, though, taking the loss to Morningstar Gaming. Honestly, obviously that was on our side station, but that's a surprising loss for me.
Well, it's a surprising loss. How do I put this? I'm trying to think of the words to say this. Elevate with this new tuning, that roster is not built for this. It's just not. I think of all the teams in our pro league, they're the team that probably got affected the most by how this tuning changes the game, with how much slower it is, with how it has to be played out.
As we do go down the list, though, Noble, Fire, and Ice ended up getting that victory. That was a great series overall for Rise. They ended up beating Hive, and then, of course, VQ getting that 2-0 victory over PK, and that leads us in to our standings. We already know it. VQ sits at the top, 9 wins, 1 loss, and that's going to put them ahead of PK. Of course, we still have tomorrow to play it out, but I think that was the big matchup to take away for the final week of the Pro League. For Carnage Gaming, though, they end up inching their way up to 8-2. That ties them with PK. We knew that was going to be a possibility, and tomorrow we might still have that tie, or at least not a tie, I should say, but at least right now they both sit neck and neck. For Rebel and Fire and Ice, though, they're very close in 4th and 5th. And as you go down the list, it starts to taper off around, 8, where Noble is at, because Morningstar Gaming then goes 3-7, then Hive and Elevate 2-8, People's Champs is 0-10. Overall, though, if you look at the top 8 teams, the competition is so close, and that makes me excited for the Winter Major, because anybody can beat anybody at any given day.
I was gonna make a joke. I don't want to make that joke. That's just
make it. You know what? No, you beat up on me enough as it is, Colin. Go ahead and make it.
Anybody can beat anybody, unless you're the People's Champs, and then you just you're there. I'm so happy for them, though. They made it, baby. You made it. You made it. One more night. One more night, baby. They rounded up.
You're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, you're not wrong.
I speaks my mind, Taylor. I got a gallon of water that I finished. I know that it's time to go to the bathroom, and I'm pretty sure they spent most of this entire quarter in that same place.
All right, check it out, man. We're gonna, yeah. Look, hey, you're wild, my guy. But Colin, you're not wrong. But again, you didn't have to say it. Okay. It's been a great night. It really has. But check it out. We also have tomorrow, and tomorrow's going to be a good day, okay? Tomorrow's going to be a fantastic day, given the fact that, look, it is the final day of Pro League, and upsets can still happen, okay? The reality is upsets can still happen tomorrow, Colin.
You tell them.
You know,
get on them.
Well, it's true. Upsets can still happen tomorrow, man. We could see teams that might be 2nd or 3rd place that might be, falling down the leaderboard a little bit if they lose tomorrow. But what's our schedule for tomorrow? Let's take a look at it, because I'm going to find out myself. It's going to be Noble versus Carnage, Fire and Ice versus Elevate, VQ versus Rebel, and then Rise versus UIU. We'll be starting tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And man, it's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to watch Noble and Carnage play. That's going to be a battle through and through. And Rise and UIU, Colin, tomorrow stacked, actually.
Yo, Vanquish Rebel. Like you went Rise UIU and Noble Carnage, and you're like, I'm very impressed with Rebel. I'm super impressed with Vanquish. Completely gloss over their
Okay, because I was going to give you a chance to say it, Colin. I'm not going to take everything.
Dog. You should have taken it all, baby. Be a hog, all right? Eat it all up, because I'm going to get to sit here and eat it all up, because I think if I check the schedule right, you're going to be sitting right here getting the cast over. And I'm going to be jealous that you're getting the cast over, but I'm going to probably be feet propped up just like this. Hold up. Just like this, with a big old tray of food in front of me, and just watching, just chilling.
Yeah. Your Chipotle, be munching down. I know how your little ice pops that you got going on while playing Gears on the side.
What dinner would you like me to have tomorrow night while I watch you cast? That's a better question, dog.
Honestly, I'd just go simple Chick-fil-A, man.
All right, I'll get the chicken. You go spicy chicken or regular?
Regular chicken. I just want to live vicariously through you eating Chick-fil-A.
I'll make sure
because I know for sure I'm not going to have
you eating Chick-fil-A. How about
Please
that?
do, because I'm not going to have Chick-fil-A myself. Con, it's been a beautiful night, man. A lot of great matches that we were able to witness, some big upsets and some big victories and some massive losses. What are your final words, Colin, before we get out of here?
Hey, look, my final words are this. Look, once again, every time I get the chance to cast in front of each and every one of you, I just want to tell you how much of an honor and a pleasure it is. I love being up here, being able to cast over Gears Esports. It's my pride, my passion, my home. I love each and every one of you, and I thank UMG Gaming for making the Pro League and Challengers and E-Days what it is, and making it a staple in anybody's book. If you come and watch it, it's some of the best production on the planet. They got some of the best people working behind the scenes, and of course, they got you, Taylor. So they're hands down, head and shoulders above everybody else on the planet. Starting off right there. So I love each and every one of you guys, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your night from me.
We love you too, brother. And all you guys out there in chat, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't already, because we keep the Gears action rolling, including tomorrow for Pro League, which of course will be starting at 5 o'clock Eastern time. I hope you guys will join us. That is going to be the final day of Pro League overall. But I hope you enjoyed tonight. Hey, keep the discussion alive on Twitter. Let us know at UMG Gaming what you thought about the overall series, what surprises, and mainly what you were surprised about, because I was very surprised tonight. It's been a great night for myself, Taylor Reflections, Noble Nicole Clark, our production team, and you out there in chat. We loved having you. We hope to see you guys again tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern time, for the final day of Pro League.